Hi, how much should we let AI to train on copyrighted data? Should we let it use anything it can find? Can it use your data? Can it use your work? Can it go so much further that it can impersonate you? Can it become you, maybe with just changing your hair color slightly? Using all of your messages, all of your online presence, maybe the work you did, the essay you wrote in the college? When does it become unethical? When does it become too much? I know a little part of you wants to see more about your favorite movie or TV show, wants to hear a heartfelt song from your favorite artist about yourself. Why wouldn't you just create your own Marvel Studios? No, it's a little bit of a gray area right now, but something very important happened. A US judge ruled that you can use any book you want to train your AI. As long as you purchased a single copy of the book, you shouldn't pirate it. They told at least that much. So Anthropic is an AI company. It is one of the biggest competition to other AIs like ChatGPT or Google Gemini. A couple of book writers sued them for using their own books to train the AI, but the result of the lawsuit says that the Anthropic's Claude AI used it in a transformative way. So they basically say that you can use whatever copyrighted work you want, and as long as you push out a different enough answer, it is legally enough. Of course, this is just a single lawsuit, but this sets a precedent for the future outcomes. You know, generally in a new topic, if one ruling has been done, then that result is going to be used as a future reference. Right now, also Disney and Universal Studios are suing the Midjourney AI for using their own copyrighted work. They probably have some more money to spend on these lawsuits. It might get bad for the Midjourney for this time, but what are we going to do about the other people? Not everyone has that much money like Disney or Universal. Other artists, creators, writers, journalists, everyone is going to struggle with this topic for a very long time. Even developers too. I'm doing some mobile games myself. There are some websites you can upload your code to discuss on it or collaborate on it. There are some open source projects. There's also some assistive AI writing tools that you can use. Anywhere you go in the internet right now, any software you use, you're going to see some slight changes in their privacy policies. Most of them can use your work to train their AI now or to improve their product quality. Some companies are allegedly doing it, some companies are very publicly doing it. Even if you don't do anything artistically, you are probably doing some job. Any job you do can be trained on. Maybe you're just using some Excel sheets or analyzing something or making reports for your company. Your company probably owns the work you do there. Maybe you're a barista in a coffee shop. They can train on your work video footage. You're a very good product salesperson. They can train on your phone calls. At the end of the day, there can be some regulations about the human jobs. But what I'm afraid of is we are probably already past the point of protecting the artistic works. You know, it is already too easy to do anything. People are spamming lots of AI created books. There's a surge of AI created music on every platform. AI created videos on every social media app. Even YouTube, half of the homepage is always AI created slop. I'm sure in the last 5 years most of the movie scripts were written by AI because they are really garbage. I'm afraid we are going to lose the artistic spirit here. And I have two main concerns here. First is we are losing the ownership and identification of the work. You know, there should be someone behind the work. There should be someone's strokes on that art. Now you can't even tell that. There might be just a computer at the other end. There's lots of courses about automation of how to do this. As I see it, most companies don't even care about it. Google Books don't care about it. Reddit has lots of AI people there. YouTube once again doesn't care about it. Other social media apps also doesn't care. They didn't even care about it at the first place. You know, there was lots of copyrighted things there. Everyone was already stealing and reposting lots of videos. And if you're not a big player, you can't really fight it. So pursuing any copyright claim now becomes a political discussion between the wealthy and the poor people. You know, it is maybe going to become even harder to prove that you own a work. Because if an AI can replicate what you did in milliseconds by a click, is it even yours anymore? Because everyone can create it, so is it in the public domain? Likewise, if you created anything with AI, because everyone creates anything with AI now, so to not fall behind in your productivity and your scheduling, maybe you are using more AI in your work now. So does that mean you compromised your work? Can AI created works have copyrights? And if they can have copyrights, then what is stopping from someone doing all of the possible work out there? Like if someone just pushes a button and runs a script that generates all of the possible books, well, not all of the books maybe, but all of the possible generic characters, like describing all of the Spider-Man like heroes and publishing all of them out there, do they have all of the copyrights in the world right now? Someone generating a billion possible logos with shapes, do they have copyrights to a billion possible logos now? Should we stop the spamming at some point? Should platforms stop it? Should laws and regulations stop it? Like, should we enforce a work having a direct link to a person or a company? And should we enforce other limits on them, like 10 artworks a day? Who is going to track this? You know, this discussion question is so broad and we are not going to have any answers at the end of this video. But one thing is sure, and we should do something about it at least, which is my second main threat about this topic. Art can go extinct after this. Think about it. Why are people learning how to create art? And how are they learning it? By practicing it, by seeing how to generate it themselves. And because they have a corner in this world that they can express themselves, they can get recognition one way or another. But if that stops, what is going to happen? You know, the humanity always had some kind of art. It is a part of us. It's what makes us human, actually. Because we are not just ants. We don't want to work for queens for all of our lives. We want to live and experience different things, interesting things. We crave the art or create the art. We are curious about what we can build or make next. In a philosophical way, we need art. But in a brutal and realistic way, we don't need it to exist, unfortunately. That is very sad that one day there's not going to be any person on the other side. You are just going to be telling a machine what to create you. And the result is not going to have the same emotional response in you. It is just going to be any other machine creating any other generic thing for you. Think it like having an available taxi or an Uber all the time you want for free. If it just teleports near you under a second and it gets you to the place safe and sound whenever you want, are you going to drive a car anymore? Probably most of the car brands would disappear after that. Because in daily life most people don't care about it. It's free, it's available, they can use it under a second. Maybe it's a little bit dirty, maybe the air conditioning doesn't work, who cares? Well, some people would still buy a car, of course. I myself also would buy a car. Because I like cars, I like driving it. I like searching their specs, talking about them with friends. But it is going to be a small percentage of people who does this. And available brands are going to shrink to maybe 2 or 3 of them. And you're going to see less and less drivers, less and less personal cars in the road. The next generation of humanity is not going to be even familiar with it. And that would create even less car enthusiasts. The competition dies, the incentives ends, and people just don't want it anymore. So I think that was a big part of human daily life right now is not going to be there anymore a century later. And that is my example for the art. You can tell that sculpture would still exist. No, it would not. 3D AIs are coming out right now. We are probably going to have some automated AI factories with lots of working robots. Any big and small decisions might be made by AI in the future. The city center, the city planning you see right now is going to probably made by AI in the future. An AI is going to think about it. An AI is going to order it. Another AI is going to make it. And at the end of the day, another robot is going to install it. And when you go to the city center, you are probably not even going to realize that the sculpture is changed. What a bad future that would be. But fortunately, we are not there yet. You know what? It is up to us humans to decide what the world is going to be about. If we care about it, we are going to care about it. Who can tell us to not care about it? So don't give away your art. Still demand humans to do it. Don't let big companies feed you the AI movies in the future. At least demand that there would be people behind it. Do hobbies and artwork with your children and your friends and your family. Learn how to play a music instrument. Write your own books. You don't even have to publish it. Just write the first page. Everybody does it. Don't worry about it. You know, since my father introduced me to the Microsoft Word from maybe when I was 8 years old until now, I maybe wrote first pages to 10 different book topics. It's just a part of us. Just keep doing it even if no one is going to see it. And now to prove that I'm not an AI, I'm just going to remove my glasses very quick. Probably an AI cannot do that. One last thing is I'm not against AI. AI can be used as a tool. You know, it can help you. I get that. I'm just afraid of it replacing things completely. You know, it shouldn't replace your learning ability, but apparently it is doing that. My last video was about it. Please go see it. AI can damage your learning abilities if you use it while studying. So that's another important thing to avoid. If you liked the video, please subscribe and thank you for listening.